Hello, good evening. This is Doc Severson for the ReadySetCrypto Premium Newsletter Market Update for Wednesday, November 28th. Well, when you have an entire population that is looking for any sort of good news at all, today's nice little bump to the upside has been welcomed. It's nice volume. Everything is good, but this is not how reversals happen. We're not going to see a V bottom right off of here, because larger time frame trends really are like an aircraft carrier steaming and flank speed in the Pacific Ocean, and they don't just turn around and stop like this. So unless we see something fundamentally changed, such as the SEC says, hey, you know, we've rethought this whole issue on cryptocurrency, and we just don't see any reason why we can't incorporate it right now and approve everything that you guys want. You know, that would be one thing that would kickstart this into gear. I just don't see it happening at this point. So what we typically have to do is larger time frame trends like this are going to persist, and we're going to see flags set up like this. We're going to see little rallies. And in fact, bear market rallies can be actually fairly strong. The whole point here is you got to get everybody on the wrong side of the boat, leaning in the wrong direction, and then all of a sudden the wind will shift around and down we go again. So this has to get to the point where everybody just says, look, I can't take this anymore. And, you know, I've said this again and again and again, and I will probably continue saying it, because these things are so persistent and they really are kind of Machiavellian. It almost seems like there's somebody that's watching everything, and it's not. It's people acting in their own best interest. And what we see is that as soon as we start to get a rally coming up, the very first red candle that shows up, anybody that has any gains at all that has bought off the bottom will just be selling like crazy to get out of here, right? Because they don't want to go through this again or any of these moves like that. So this is what we call weak hands. Everybody's going to have a really bad weak hand down here. And so they're going to sell at the first hint of any kind of red candles showing up. So back to the daily chart. Again, don't get me wrong. I like seeing this. This is great, but it's just, this is more than likely a flag just setting up. So we have a number of these, and I've got these organized in terms of the percentage gain for the day. We'll look through these and see if there's anything of interest showing up. A lot of these, you know, these have been so beat up that anything, at some point we're going to have a green candle just so that we can relieve some of this pressure. So here's Ethereum Classic. This one's getting down to $4, right? So here's the Ethereum. Big volume down here. Again, breaking out of this wedge pattern. And if we were to put the chop and Bollingers on here, we'd more than likely see some exhaustion. Let's see if we do. Oh, yes, we do. Of course we do. So range contraction leads to range expansion. We're going to be leading to range contraction again, and it's going to be setting up as flags across the board. So here's Tron. Tron, nice little bounce off the bottom, but you can see that with about 25 minutes left to go on the trading day, nice volume, but somebody's selling into this already. So you can't even get one day of gains before somebody is taking profits. So here's 0x. 0x, nice little change, and actually a lot of energy showing up here. Now this is still a weekly swing to the downside, so I don't want to be just picking the bottom down here. I want to wait until we start getting weekly swings that we can take to the upside. Here's Ripple. Ripple's made a big noise today, you know, up almost 8%, but still weekly swing to the downside. So if we pull this over to the weekly chart, we can start to see that, you know, even this too is still kind of under the influence. This is a weekly swing to the downside right now. So we just need to be patient, and we will be rewarded with some excellent opportunities at some point. And it may be tough. By the time that we actually do get opportunities, it's probably going to be tough to pull the trigger, because we're going to be in this mode of protection, protect, wait. So all of a sudden when the light flashes green, we're going to be like deer in the headlights and say, well, what do we do now? Go. But it's not that point yet. You can see, again, we're just coming off the bottom. Here's V changes coming off the bottom. One good day does not a reversal make. And this is what a lot of these pundits are getting wrong today. Okay, so across the board, We can go down to the screener and see if anything is moving. We have a couple of coins moving off of here, but none of these have really any liquidity to speak of. Worldwide Asset Exchange looks like it wants to break out. Okay, this is one that we've been watching here. It's got a lot of energy. Let's see what we're doing on the weekly chart. And we have to get rid of that horrible tick that's over there. Now we got it. Okay, so this is one of these charts which is, get rid of that. This is one of these charts which is still in a weekly downtrend, and what we're trying to figure out is this flag pattern that we can see much better on the daily chart, is this flag pattern setting up to reverse to the upside? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring this one up here. Let's bring this down, and let's keep this trend line right around there. Okay, so if it's able to break above this line up here at about, that's about 1,700 Satoshis, it's able to break out above there, maybe this would be worth taking a swing on. So I will type in here, wax long, wax off. There we go. Okay, so we're going to create that alert and let us know on there. One thing I would make sure that you do is, I did get an email from somebody that they set up an alert and it didn't work. And so make sure that you've got all the setup done on the alerts, because it's got to be able to email you. So if you don't have your email set up correctly in your profile on TradingView, it's going to go off into the black hole. It's not going to know what to do with it, or set up your SMS correctly. So make sure if you are using an alert system like this, is that you test these on some simple ones first before you start putting them on trend lines or studies or anything like that and expecting a different result. Okay. All right. That is it for today's report. Nice green candle. One candle does not a reversal make. We'll see you tomorrow.